Well, those of you who are rooting for me to fail, get your popcorn out.
Empty highways, endless nights, neon signs, soft guiding lights, miles to go and dreams to chase. In the rear view, past the haze, echoes from the road they scream. Solitude, a haunting theme, stealing wheels and restless souls, lonely hearts in endless rows. Gas station smiles, a brief hello, another town, another show, passing faces that never
This
stay.
last week for me on multiple levels has been fucking brutal. As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather too. I think I'm coming down with another case of COVID or something. I don't know. Good thing the jab works out really well. No, I'm not jabbed still, for those of you wondering. Anyways, so where do I begin? Like, I'm on this journey of trying to take a year off minimum. I want to retire fully, obviously, from driving a truck. The thought of me getting back in a truck makes me miserable. It would be like going to prison, I feel like. That's how I feel about trucking at this point. It doesn't pay enough. It takes up all your time. You're away from the people you care about. My girlfriend is 100% against it. And even though she doesn't intend to, but she is applying a bit of pressure for me to not give up and get back in a truck. Some of you here on my channel would prefer that I make more content, although I don't get paid a lot for that. We'll get into that in a minute. But I want to give you now an honest assessment because I feel like I'm failing. 100%, I feel like I suck at just about everything that I'm trying to accomplish here with my life. You know, kind of my last ditch effort as I get older, as I approach real retirement age. Now, I'm not there yet, I'm not that old, but I'm getting there. And every single plan that I've laid out is getting kicked right in the nuts right now. Okay, let's get started with the most obvious. The one that everyone's rooting for me to fail on because they don't have the balls to do it themselves. You see, I'm a fuck around and find out type of person. Somebody will tell me I can't do something and I'll be like, well, I'm going to fucking do it. I don't care what you say. And you could be completely rational in it. You could be telling me the truth. Maybe you did it and did fuck around and find out. But I get the impression from some of the things people have been saying to me who are rooting for me to fail at trading that you haven't fucked around and found out. You didn't put your entire life on the line. You didn't try and take $1,000 and quit your job and retire. Because you were a dumbass and you didn't save up all your money. That's where I'm at. I was a dumbass. I should have invested in my 20s. I should have did the safe, let's dollar cost average. Whenever the market crashes, it's time to buy. All of the traditional long-term investment advice. Well, guess what? I don't feel like I have 20 years in my life left. I don't know that my health will last another 10. I've watched many people die younger than me who had this illusion that they were going to retire at age 65. I don't think I'm going to see 65. Given the way I eat, given the lifestyle I live, given the dumb shit I've done over the years, getting hammered a lot, destroying my liver. My liver's probably a fucking 10% alive. I might have cirrhosis now, for all I know. I don't like going to the fucking doctors because I don't trust them. I don't want to put myself in the medical treadmill, so I avoid the hospital like the plague. I have to be damn near dead to go to the fucking hospital for anything. They've been after me to stick their finger in my ass I don't know how long now. They want me to send samples of my shit. I'm like, no, I don't care. If that's my way to go, I'll go on my own. I don't want to pay for it. Even though I do have free medical because of my service, you know, they're still getting paid. They're getting them juicy, tax dollars. Well, I don't want to be a burden to the American people on my way out the door, so I'll just say no thank you. And it'll probably lead to me dying a horrible death. Who knows? That being said, it's just one of my many quirky little approaches to getting older. Because I've watched far too many people get into that treadmill and they never make it to retirement. They do all of this advice I get showered with, about doing it the old fashioned way, invest in this. I got told to buy XRP by one of yous, that you're pretty persistent in that over the time. And meanwhile, we just had a country rip off crypto to the point where it's going to put enough fear, uncertainty, and doubt into the system to where that pump ain't going to happen in the next 5 years. The one where XRP goes to the moon and I can retire wealthy and all of that, that's not happening. And that's a 100%. I've been studying trading. I've been studying the economy. I've been following everything that's going on. And I am without a doubt certain that nothing's going to the moon. At least not for a good 4, maybe 5 years. So a lot of people thought Trump was going to, once he's in there and he starts doing all of this shit, everything's going to the moon, crypto to the moon. And then North Korea decides we're going to steal $1 billion of ETH from a well-funded exchange. What's that tell the average mom and pop? Do they want to put their life savings into crypto if it can just be stolen by some other country and no one can do a fucking thing about it? No, that tells me I need to stay the fuck out of crypto. I still dabble, but it's, if I got 20 or 30 bucks sitting in my account, I'll throw it into crypto for like a day trade or something. Or I'll just, do a swing trade. It's money I won't miss if it goes to zero. But the days of me rolling in and out of there are, with anything that's appreciable fund-wise is currently not on my radar. So let's get down to it. The good old fucking stock market last week. Are we in a bear market? So the first dip cost me. I definitely almost max loss on 3 trades. Basically, I took a 60% loss on just a bunch of trades in a row. So my flaw, obviously, was I had too many trades open, which exposed me to a market crash, which I didn't see coming. And it took maybe 3 or 4 days, in hindsight, for me to get a good, solid picture on why it's happening. And I still believe that it's just a crash that's going to last a couple weeks, and then we'll bounce back because people are addicted. We'll just put it that way. But day one, I was like, all right, well, it dipped. So it's probably going to bounce back in a few days. So I put another trade on at the new low level. It was doing call debit spreads at that point just to say that it's going to go back up because I thought it would go back up in relative short order. Well, it fell again. It's a classic catching the fallen knife scenario this week on the S&P 500, which is not good. That's not a good sign for the economy if we're having a full-blown stock market crash. And I believe we are in it at this point because, once again, today, thankfully I didn't open a third position thinking it's going to bounce back up. I do have one that I put in a small trade today that if it goes up, I'll make $40. Okay. But if it doesn't, I'll lose $40. It was almost a 50-50 trade. I couldn't pass it up, so I did it. So I flip a coin. It's a gamble at this point. The market could continue its fall. But that being said, my plan to build an income stream off of $1,000 trading account. At this point, I'm going to call it a 100% failure because although, it could be said that as long as I'm making up my losses and continuing to trade, that I could reverse it. If I were to quit now, my loss would be $800. I have $200 left of buying power. And it's all tied up in positions right now. Which means it could go to zero. Which means I could completely fail. I've got some trades in that are still looking like they're going to clear. And make a little bit of profit. And I'm still doing all my rules. I'm following my discipline. But when I see this many losses in a row, and because I made the wrong call about the S&P 500, that's really what it boils down to. I basically didn't read the room well enough, and I followed all the rules. It was oversold. I waited for it to bounce. It bounced. I did all of that. So it did what's called a dead cat bounce. Bam! New low after that. Mostly overnight, a lot of this shit happened too, and then just didn't recover during the day and ended up finishing lower. And I think it's bouncing again. So there is a support level right now. What is it right now? It's at 597. I need it to go above 602 in at least a week for that little trade to go well. I need to go a bit higher to feel good about some of my other positions. But so far, what I have in now on positions and that $200 is looking, if this is the bottom, it's looking okay for me. And then I could start rebuilding. So I'm here to tell you that trading, for now, as a means of retiring early, has completely fucking failed. Yep. It's, it's a back burner thing now. It's, I'll do what I can. I am still going to trade. I'm not giving up. If anything, I'm learning. I'm paying to learn at this point. And I'll try and evaluate strategies to see this coming a little bit better. Maybe I need to learn a little bit better on my technical analysis, on macroeconomics, because this didn't make sense from a macroeconomics. A lot of the things that they're saying is the cause of this current crash, we already knew. So it's like all of a sudden everyone just got bearish, like really quickly got bearish. And they started selling off. And it was probably the big motherfuckers that are doing it. So I'm hoping that they're just trying to dump the market so that they can buy up certain things at a nice hefty discount, which is what I'm hoping is happening. That's my read of the room still. But it could be a few weeks. When the big wigs want to flush you out, and I know this from being in the crypto space, when they want to manipulate you and get you out of there, they'll let it ride for a little bit. They'll crash the market, the hedge funds and all the people that are running the market, essentially. If they want to dump the market, they dump the market for hard so that you and me are like, well, fuck, that didn't work, and we quit. And then they go in and buy everything at a nice hefty discount, and then we see that go back up, and we're like, hey, let's go in. And by the way, none of this is financial advice. Clearly, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I managed to turn $1,000 account into $200. Took me a few months to do it, so maybe I'm not completely a piece of shit. I didn't do it in like 1 week, But clearly, I've made some mistakes, and I need to learn from them, and I'm going to continue trading. However, that's not all, folks. That's not the only thing completely failing on my journey to retire from trucking. So as you know, the other two legs that I stand on in terms of retirement, one is deliveries and one is this YouTube channel. And some other odd income sources here and there, but not enough to survive on. So, deliveries. I was out driving the other day, and this guy was plowing driveways. And we've had a lot of snow here, so deliveries have been shit just because of the weather. Um, so this plow pulls into this driveway. I was in the driveway across the street. I He pulls into the driveway and stops. So I back out of the driveway. And I'm about 45 degrees. Here's some lovely pictures of what I'm going through. Uh, he floors it going backwards. I look over and I see him coming. He's barreling. There's no way he's stopping. The road is covered in snow. And he backs right into me. I beep the horn. He didn't stop. And then he pulls forward and does a little more damage pulling forward after that. And yeah, so got in an accident. My van, which I'm leveraged in, that's, as many of you know, I bitched that I made the stupid decision of buying the van because, van life and hybrids and being able to idle and do all of these things and sleep and, things that you can accomplish with basically a giant Prius. In addition to having room to take some of the more profitable deliveries because I have more space to haul things around. All of that, value that, I probably could sell the van prior to this accident and either break even or even make $1,000 if last time I checked the blue book. That's done. Now that it's been in this kind of accident, it's probably lost 6 or 8 grand in value. So now I'm in the red on the van. If I wanted to sell it tomorrow, I'd probably take a hit of around 6 to 7 grand. Easily. And even if they do a really good job with it. Now, thankfully, the guy driving the other vehicle seemed to be fairly honest about it. He fucked up. He didn't look behind him. Classic, didn't look and backed up. As a trucking instructor over the years, I've seen it 1,000 times. With a tractor trailer, mind you, there's not a lot of excuse when you got a back window to look out of. Apparently, he was just using one mirror, and he looked and he didn't see me in the mirror. I don't know how he couldn't. I mean, my van isn't small. It's pretty, and it contrasted the snow just nicely. But I don't even know if he just didn't look or what have you. I mean, and it could have been worse, It could have been a pedestrian walking by. Any number, somebody could have got killed with how fast he was going. I could have gotten killed had I been outside my van, as I often am, if I'm doing deliveries. At this point, I was not doing deliveries. And he slammed into me. And now when I'm driving right now, my head's on a swivel. I feel like I'm in fight or flight mode when I'm out in traffic now. That's how traumatic it was for me, Now, this is I'm a 21 year truck driver. I've seen everything. I've seen people wreck. I've been in wrecks in a truck that weren't my fault, once again. But the difference is when people hit my truck, which has happened multiple times over the course of the 21 years, I've had people cross the median, head on into my lane. There was a whole bunch of wrecks of people, not my fault, mind you, people running into me. And I think what traumatized me on this is I'm so heavily reliant on my personal vehicle right now to survive. Doing deliveries is pretty much the only way I stay out of the truck now. So when that becomes jeopardized because some asshole slammed into my vehicle, which is going to take my vehicle off the road for close to a month. Now, all my repairs are being covered by his insurance, and I am getting a rental car for up to 30 days. They're quoting me 3 weeks to repair, and that hasn't started yet because right now we're in the, hey, we got to order parts phase and schedule the repair. So I'm not in the shop yet. I'm driving around my wrecked van, still trying to make money. And now that, and I probably should have, I don't have a major emergency fund. I've got my credit card and I've got my trading account, and my trading account just got nuked pretty much the same time this accident happened. So I'm a little stressed. So that's not going well. It's not dead in the water. I can still make money until I don't know what kind of vehicle they're going to provide me as a rental, but it probably won't be good enough to do deliveries. So yeah, that's second leg of my retirement not going well. Third leg, making videos for all you fine individuals. Some of you are very supportive. Some of you are not. Some of you have nothing to offer but negative comments and, oh, okay, well, what's he going to do now? He's probably going to not make a video for a while. Well, you know what? To those of you who have nothing constructive to offer the conversation and just want to revel in my failure, that's fine. I understand there's some entertainment value to be had here. But this is my life that we're talking about here. And, the last thing you need someone to do while you're actively failing is to point at you and be like, hey, see? You fucking idiot. What did you think you were going to do? Get back in the truck, you fucking failing piece of shit. There's no hope for you. You can't fucking retire. No, you got to do it the way I'm doing it. And that's going to work my fucking 70-hour work week. And if you're not working the 70-hour work week, then you're a piece of shit and you deserve to fail because you're not doing what I'm doing. And that's the mentality that goes into some of these things that people say to me. And it's not just in my comments that I see these things. And they are rare, to be fair. But there's people in my life that are along the same lines. They're just like, you're stupid and you're going to fail, and I'm going to point at you and say, see, I told you so. And that's what a lot of people want. They want to justify their worldview, which obviously does not align because I'm not doing something that's conventional right now. I'm doing something that's barely within my reach to do because I'm a little desperate because I didn't do it the right way. And I don't have a lot of time to make up for that. And when I'm doing it in an economy that most people, the young people coming up, they're not going to have even the opportunity to do what I had the opportunity that I passed up. Home ownership, all of these things are not going to be on the table for the younger generation. The cost of living is out of control. Eggs are through the roof. And that's eggs. Eggs are what you ate when you're fucking broke. And you want to be semi-healthy. That's what eggs are there for. And even that's expensive. It's even expensive to be a fucking piece of shit that eats donuts. Which, by the way, I am. I walked through the grocery store the other day. They wanted $14 for a dozen donuts. Thankfully, Walmart, you can still get a dozen donuts for $6, which is pricey. I mean, this is the easiest fucking thing to make and most unhealthy. Apparently, eggs go into making donuts or something, because guess what? Other grocery store, not so much. It's price gouging. Let's face it. But yeah, you add all of these cost of living things together, it makes what I'm doing impossible, some would say. So yeah, they want to be able to say, see, we told you couldn't do this. And revel in my failure. Well, get your popcorn out, because I'm going to continue to share this, despite the fact that the third leg of my retirement, content creation. So I'm still not monetized. Some of you have been generous and have subscribed as premium, even though I've been underperforming in what I was going to deliver to you on premium. So yeah, don't subscribe to my premium. It's I've been unable to deliver content because I'm having to put out all these fires. That being said, YouTube is not doing their part. and has not given me back the monetization I earned over my long span of providing videos and content to YouTube to make money off of. And they have. Oh, believe me, they made money off of me over the years. I didn't make great money, but they did. And I'm still not remonetized. I still got to keep cranking out content and hope that people actually spend time watching it, which in this society of TikTok and YouTube shorts and short form, if you don't fucking keep my attention for 5 minutes, I'm not going to watch your fucking 30-minute video because fuck you. Well, turns out YouTube doesn't like that. And they have not given me commercials because people don't watch the whole video. So, yeah, my plan to turn this into an income stream to supplement deliveries and trading. Yeah, I've projected to make... First of all, I don't have enough on my YouTube side of the house from those of you who super chatted, and I think one of you did buy a membership on actual YouTube. One person is a member. I still haven't reached the $100 cap that YouTube. And I put a lot of work, by the way, into videos, into my AI channel, into all of these things that I'm doing. And I'm still not giving up on that. Just like I'm not giving up on trading, so be thankful. I'm still, because I could easily throw in the towel. I'm still getting recruitment for trucking. They want me back. My girlfriend's telling me no, but it's very hard to, when you have a parachute of trucking, to not get back into it. It's when your life just keeps kicking you in the nuts like this, and you still have your CDL and you're in good standing, it's hard not to hop in a truck. But I know what that costs. I've paid the price over the years. I don't want to get back in a truck for another 5-10 years just to get my shit together. Because that might be my last 5 or 10 years. And if people are driving like this fucking plow driver did, it's just a matter of time before somebody crashes into me with a big truck and kills me. The longer you're out there, the worse people are getting it driving. Guess what? And look at the weather. This has been an insane winter, and I'm thankful even if I do end up back in a truck, which I haven't decided on yet. At least I avoided this insane winter we're having this year. So, for those of you rooting for me to fail, you might get your wish. I haven't given up yet, but I am definitely on the last rung. If one more thing fucking goes wrong right now, that'll be it. That'll be that. As a result of all of this, I'm having to re-examine my spending, make sure to cut any fat out. Turns out Adobe's are a piece of shit. And I hope Adobe is enjoying the money they're getting off of me right now. Because once my 1 year with them is up, I will never purchase or spend another dollar on an Adobe product. Because here's the scam that they're running right now. So obviously I need Photoshop to do content. I say that need is I'm still in that old school mindset. But you know what? I think I'll just go with AI on this one. Whichever the most nicely priced AI, or maybe some of the open source shit that I also have installed, I believe I can replace everything I need that I used to use Adobe for, because I'm not a professional photographer anymore. I don't really need mass editing capability, which is about the only thing they still do the best. Video editing, I use DaVinci Resolve. I pay the one-time fee for that. Actually, no, I didn't even pay the one-time fee. It came with a camera I bought. And I still have a bunch of cameras, which I might have to start looking at selling some of those off. Who knows? Maybe I'll sell them to y'all. Maybe I'll put them on my website for sale and see if anyone orders one. Not there yet. I feel like I need to hold on to my cameras. I don't know why, especially as a content creator. There's always the chance I could get pulled in on a video project somewhere. But I think now that AI is kicking everyone in the nuts in that sector, that'll be less and less. So I'm not going to get rid of my Photoshop account, which is $20 a month, because they want to charge me $100 early termination fee. Some genius, greedy motherfucking corporate bastard at Adobe, and I'm not pulling any punches here. Fuck you, Adobe. I've given you enough money in my life. I should be able to purchase a product that does these things and not have to pay a subscription for, quite frankly, when you're not really giving me a lot in return. I've sampled Adobe's AI capabilities, and they are absolutely the worst on the market right now. Fuck, if I'm going to pay $20 a month, I might as well buy Grok, which is an uncensored way to create images, in addition to being a strong competitor. I know a lot of people are a little pissy with Elon right now, but hey, if Grok's the best AI, I'll go with that. I'm not loyal to ChatGPT, to be honest with you, and the censorship and bullshit that they've integrated into their AI system, I believe, is holding it back quite a bit, to the fact that their AI video generation capability with Sora is abysmal. It's shit. Every time I've tried to use it, it's been horrible compared to the other AI video generation I use. So, long story short, once I get to the 1 year point, and I haven't even fired up Photoshop in a while, to be honest. I did when I was hitting the AI pretty hard, but lately I've relied on it less and less because AI does a good job at giving me what I want, even based on photos I've taken. I've trained an AI model of myself. I can put myself in any situation, photo. I can do graphics and all of that. So I really don't have a strong need to pay Adobe $20 a month anymore. And you know what? Since they want to rip me off, because I tried to quit it. I was going to quit it and come back. Was, the plan until my finances got in order. But no, they want to charge $100 for me to stop my agreement. And if I ever make a really good trade, I might pay that $100 just to say, fuck you. I will never purchase another Adobe product or send a dime to that company. So, and I feel like I'm not going to be the only one in that boat, because that's low. You're going to make me hold on to a product subscription that I haven't used in over a month, which is why I wanted to cut it. And you're going to penalize me. What, do you think I'm going to come back after that? If I do pay your $100 fee, do you think I'll ever give you another dime? No. There's open source solutions, alternatives, and to be honest, AI is going to make Photoshop obsolete anyway. If I want to remove a background to my photo, guess what? AI does a great job. So I don't need your AI, Adobe. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you, Adobe. Okay, I'm done ranting, but that was some greedy corporate shit. And you know what? There's other greedy corporations doing that same shady shit, trying to get you to pay for everything. You will own nothing, and you will pay for your fucking subscription to everything. You can't have it unless you're a subscriber. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'm missing out on the fucking greedy bullshit that these corporations are pulling. Maybe you can't watch my shit anymore. I'm going to paywall the whole fucking thing. Would you like that? Well, guess what? I don't like that either. And that's why it's pissing me off, this Adobe shit. All right. Yeah, I don't mind paywalling a little bit here or there to give a little extra above and beyond what I already do for free here on YouTube or as a content creator in general. But I'm watching AI decimate my business model for music. No more is the royalty-free thing gonna be worth a shit when companies can just go and prompt their way to having music in the backgrounds of their videos. I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. Half the fucking videos some of the AI-generated music I've done, yes, I put work into it. I type some lyrics. I'm like, oh, well, that's funny. Let's do this. The egg song I got complimented on. All I did was write what I wanted. I wanted a song making fun of the eggs thing. I went in, I edit the lyrics to change them to what I think is funny about it. And then I use it in my video, and that's it. And I'm allowed to. I have the rights to do it. I pay the full thing that gives me the rights to use that music. Some would argue that it was trained poorly. Well, guess what? Companies don't care. Sorry to say. And if you're looking at the landscape of AI, I don't think the government's going to stand in the way right now. Maybe 4 years down the line. But right now, I don't think it's going to go well. I'm sure there's a lot of artists that are angry at AI right now, and there's a lot of music artists like myself who are like, why am I fucking putting my time into this when Joe Schmo isn't going to pay me to make their music? The artist isn't going to pay to make their music. You can make an instrumental and sing to it all fucking day, So all the singers, they don't need bands anymore. They can just make their tracks. They don't need to know anything about producing or studying all of that. That's going away. So that business model isn't even on my radar anymore. That used to be one of the things. I was like, I'm in a video game now. The game's called Capes on Steam. My music was licensed through Pond 5, which is who I was going with. I haven't bothered to upload tracks to them because why? The market's going to be so saturated with AI fucking music. So and I love making music. I still make music. I use AI alongside of it now. I'll make a track. I'll put it into the AI algorithm. I'll prompt out what I want the song to be about. I'll write lyrics sometimes, or I will get ChatGPT to write lyrics, and then I'll go in and change the lyrics to be something I want. So there's a lot of human input into a lot of my AI tracks. Some I'm lazy, some I'm just like, I just want a song about this. And then there's some where I'm like, okay, this is my song. It takes my melodies, it takes my beats, and it turns it into a song with a vocalist that's a lot better than my shitty fucking voice, and pumps out a song for me. And usually it's all right. Like, I like some of my AI tracks, which you can see on my second channel, AI Third Eye. I've been enjoying creating those videos. I probably will continue to do that, even if that channel never gets monetized. But it's clear to me that if I'm going to spend time making videos, I'm not going to be funded by YouTube or my community at this point, which is fine. But, at the same time, don't complain if I can't put a video up. That's how that's going to go. I have 6 premium members, last I checked, because a couple people have dropped off on my website. My website, just by itself, we're not talking about the ability to host video on there, which costs some money every month. The ability to send emails, which costs money every fucking month. To have a marketplace on there costs $20 a month. It costs me $260 a year, plus I'm paying for the addresses, $20 a month, I think it is, something like that, to have my names in there, ScottTheTruckDriver.com. I have 6 premium members at $10 each, which, by the way, my web host takes a percentage of that. Plus, as it pays out, the pay provider takes their percentage of that. So I'm operating at a huge loss right now on maintaining my website. So that's not going to save me from all of this, making videos. I'm doing it. I don't know why. I guess this helps me to be able to talk to a fucking camera right now and articulate my thoughts a little better. I don't know what it is, but something about turning the camera on and going at it, stream of thought, might give me a little bit of help here and there. But overall, content creation ain't working out either. So, all these things that I was bringing together to stay the fuck out of the trucking industry and out from underneath the corporate thumb of the man, who does not want to pay truckers. In fact, the wage rate is dropping from what I'm seeing in advertisement for mileage rates, which should be minimum 85 cents a mile. But now trucking companies are lowering it to 65 cents, 60 cents. So the market's going down for trucking as far as what they want to pay you. I haven't checked in with some of the recruitment things to see what they're offering me. But it ain't worth it if it's 65 cents a mile to work 70 hours a week to make maybe $1,100. Maybe $1,100 a week for 70 hours a week. That's good, right? Fuck you. I don't want that. That's horrible. That's horrible. So, anyways, don't let me discourage you. If you have dreams of doing the same shit, maybe you'll do better at than me. But as of right now, I'm failing pretty spectacularly. So what the fuck do I know? Because I'm not an expert. I'm just an asshole. Please like and subscribe for more shit. And when I'm not busy being broke, I'll maybe make more shit if I feel like it. Live streams are off the table right now. I don't have time for that. I've got to get out there and make money and, still maintain some of my responsibilities. And live streams ain't going to pay the bills. Even if y'all super chat, I don't think it'll still take me out of the red. So I can't do it right now. I want to do it. Maybe when things turn around trading wise, I'll be able to do it. But right now I've got $800 of loss to make up in my trading account before I can count that as an income stream again. So, yeah. Won't be some live streams yet. I'll still make videos periodically and keep you posted on everything. But right now, I got to get my shit together because it ain't looking good. And that involves a lot of deliveries, by the way. As the commenter astutely posted on my last video, that I won't make a video for a while because I got to make up my losses with deliveries. Well, guess what? Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I being too hard on myself? I don't know. But we'll see. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. And this week absolutely sucked. Gotta say. Worst week ever. Sucks. And fuck Adobe. Fuck them. Don't give them any money. 100% greedy fucks. Fuck them.
In the silence darkness hides.